Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years, 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me. Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive. When I falter, you falter. Or worse. But I've been here for eons. I have fed species greater than you, and I have starved species greater than you. My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests, they all can take you or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me. One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not mine. I am nature. I will go on. I am prepared to evolve. Are you?
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our launch assembly for our Climate Action Fortnight. My name's Lee Jowett, and I am the Sustainable Schools Coordinator here at Leicester City Council, and I'm so pleased to welcome you all to our launch activity to do with our Climate Action Fortnight, which starts on Monday next week. So, Climate Action Fortnight, what is a climate emergency? So a climate emergency is that scientists have agreed that climate change is a result of human activities, exactly like that film we've just seen. We know that global temperatures are increasing and that sea levels are rising, and that world leaders have now set a target through the Paris Agreement to stop the temperature increase as much as possible. But we know this is all of our responsibilities. So it's going to require a massive change for all of us in the next number of years. And we know that this is not something that we can sit and wait about. So we have now using the term climate emergency for anything that we talk about to do with climate change. So during our next 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about lots of events that relate to climate emergency and how we can all make that difference. So during Climate Action Fortnight, we acknowledge that we need to change the speed and the scale that we need to do things. So we want to be telling all of our Leicester schools, our primaries, our secondaries, specialist schools, about what we should be doing. So we're going to be sharing lots of resources and lots of organisations that can support you as a school. We're going to be taking action at school and the wider community as much as possible. And we're going to be highlighting our passion for sustainability in Leicester with lots of things to get you involved in. So I'm going to hand over to Mark, and Mark's going to tell you a little bit about some of the things that are happening ongoing, and also what's going to be happening in week 1. So Mark, can I hand over to you?
Yeah, hello everybody. My name's Mark Tench. I'm the Eco Schools Education Officer at Leicester City Council. So, there's going to be lots of events and lots of resources throughout the 2 weeks. Ending with some schools declaring a climate emergency. We're going to have a climate action bingo with certificates at the end for people who manage to tick off as many boxes as they can. The first week is going to be running alongside Transform Our World Youth Climate Summit. So there's lots of activities going on with that as well. We're going to have a Climate Action Fortnight newsroom. So I'm going to be making a film all about what's going on in schools in Leicester during Climate Action Fortnight. There's going to be Climate Action Fortnight online storytelling with lots of books available for you to read. And And there's going to be the Change Climate Action Poetry Competition. So that's about you guys writing your own poems, and a big competition with prizes for that as well. And on the very first day, on the evening of the very first day, there's the Sustainable School Celebration event, celebrating everything that's going on in schools in Leicester to do with sustainability. And at the end of each day, there's also going to be a daily quiz with, again, prizes for people who manage to complete every question. So the Sustainable School Celebration event on on Monday, the 9th of November in the evening, celebrating all the staff and the students and everybody who's been involved in sustainability in Leicester schools. So I'm just going to take you through what we're going to be doing on each day. Each day of our Climate Action Fortnight relates to a different eco schools topic. So on the very first day, Monday, the 9th of November, we have, it's related to global citizenship. So we're going to have 3 different speakers. We've got Councillor Adam Clark, who's a Deputy City Mayor here at Leicester. And then we've got 2 climate activists, Lola Fayakun and Sen Solanki, and they're going to be talking about climate justice and lots of activities, carbon footprinting countries, so looking at how much carbon dioxide each different countries around the world are giving off, and looking at how fair trade and how we can sort of help communities around the world. And as mentioned before, we've got a Sustainable School Celebration evening in the evening. On Tuesday, all related to do with biodiversity. So we've got Sarah Staunton-Lamb from Earthwatch Europe, and we've got a very exciting film being shown called The Promise, but I won't talk anything about that and give away what it's about. But there will be a workbook with lots of activities to do with the short film. On Wednesday, all to do with healthy living. So we've got Jess from Leicester City Council, we've got Amir Hussain from De Montfort University, and we've got Lisa Didier from Food for Life, all talking about how we can eat more healthily and how the food choices that we make impact upon the planet. So activity there is looking at the carbon miles for the different food that we eat, so how much pollution each the food that we eat gives off, really. And in the evening, just for the adults, we have our climate emergency eco teach meet. On Thursday, we have all to do with transport. So we've got Sarah Smith from Living Streets, we've got Anna Singleton from Sustrand, and we've got Danny Kennel, who's an air quality education officer at Leicester City Council, and they're going to be talking all about transport. And our activity for that day is we want as many people as possible to be cycling, scooting and walking to school, and as few roads on the car as possible that morning. And on Friday, all to do with litter. So we've got Lee Ray Davies, who's from Eco Schools England, and we've got Cassie Kemp from Creative Learning Services. I'll be looking at different books to do with litter, and the activity for that day is a litter pick around the school. And just for the adults, we've got some litterless, we've got training for litterless in the afternoon. Over to you, Amy.
Brilliant, thank you, Mark. So for the second week, we kick off with Marine on the Monday, and we've got Alex Cameron from the Flood Risk team, Cassie Kemp, who's going to be doing some book reading with us, Rachel Wright from the Marine Conservation Society, and then the activities on that day will be about marine conservation and looking at plastic pollution and reducing that in the environment. On the Tuesday, we're looking at school grounds. So we've got Sam, who's from the Conservation Volunteers, or TCV, Martha Rose from the Leicestershire and Rutland Wildlife Trust, and Mary Jackson from Learning Through Landscapes. And we'll be looking at how you can design your own ideal playground and also creating habitats for mini beasts at school. On the Wednesday, we'll be thinking all about waste. So again, we've got Lisa from Food for Life, Kim, who's from the Leicester City Council, and then we've also got the poets who've written this book in the right-hand corner, Be the Change, Poems to Help You Save the World. So that's Matt Goodfellow, Liz Brownlee and Roger Stevens, and they're going to be reading some poems for us and also launching our poetry competition. The activities are looking at a film series from Spark Arts called Talking Rubbish. We've got some food waste activities from Sainsbury's, looking at waste-free lunches, making t-shirt bags, and also in the evening for staff and all school staff, we have a food waste webinar. On Thursday, we'll be thinking about water. So we've got Phil from Severn Trent, and again, we'll have the Be the Change poets. And then we'll be looking at how much water we use at home, calculating our water footprints, and then looking at water challenges with Water Aid. Finally, on the last day on Friday, we're looking at energy. So we've got Alex Green, who's from Ashton and the Less CO2 project, and Dave Zagahi, who's a climate activist. We'll be looking at how we can calculate our own carbon footprints, declaring a climate emergency, and then we'll also be looking to host an in-strike in schools to protest for the climate emergency. I'll hand back to Lee.
Brilliant, thank you, Amy. So that's our really exciting 2 weeks of events. There's hopefully something in there for everyone. It might be you want to just do one of the days, or you just want to listen to some of the speakers. So it's completely up to you as a school as to what you want to do. You might want to do absolutely everything. It's completely up to you. And what we'll also be doing is recording all of our speakers, so they'll be up on YouTube afterwards that same day. So if you don't get a chance to see them at 9:30 in the morning, they'll be available and up online by about 10:30 each day. So if you wanted to watch them later, you can absolutely do that. After our fortnight, we want to encourage as many of you to take that action that we're going to be talking about. So that could be writing to your councillor or your MP about what you found out. It could be submitting information to our newsletter and our web pages, or it might be making a short video and highlighting the work you've been doing in school to share with all of us afterwards. So lots and lots of exciting things for you to think about in there. So before we go, we just want to let you know that you can get in touch with us. There's lots of ways of doing that. We do have a Facebook and a Twitter account, so if schools use that. Obviously, our YouTube channel is Eco Schools LCC, and we also have Instagram. All our information will be up on our website, which is schools.leicester.gov.uk/eco-schools. And you can get in touch with us through the email eco-schools@leicester.gov.uk. And we'd love to hear from you through any of our social media channels. So if you do want to share what you've been up to, put up on any of the social media channels and use the hashtag #ClimateActionLE. So we're really excited and really looking forward to hearing from all of you in the next 2 weeks. But don't forget, it's not just during that fortnight, it's things that you should be doing all the time. And we really look forward to seeing what you're up to, and have a fantastic Climate Action Fortnight. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.